Hey YouTube, welcome to Market Watch, a bi-weekly segment. We're talking about the Digimon card game market. The X3 is out. We have a lot to talk about, some meta developments and some hype developments. All typical stuff we love, so let's get into it. If you guys like this, don't forget to comment and like and subscribe and turn the notification bell to smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. On the Impmon page, the Zwart defeats do appear to be down, and the Blitz Omnis appear to be down as well, so now would be time to probably grab those if you want them. But this Omnimon in particular, the one we've been talking about a little bit off and on, it's having a moment. It's having a bit of a moment, huh? It's up there now. It was low, and now it's not. Hype has caused this card to go through the roof. Hopefully you got your copies. If you held some copies to wait for flipping or whatever, probably a good area to sell them. If you don't have them and you really want it for some reason, wait for the hype to die down, because it'll die down again, probably. Probably will die down again. Okay, we get to talk about Axemon and this Axemon. Gotta talk about both the Axemons here. Someone made a satirical Facebook post in the Digimon card game group, and then a whole bunch of people were, talking about me and this card and blah blah blah. So let's deep dive into this, because now there are some idiots and morons on the Facebook page that think they know better than I do, which is probably not true. So yes, this is higher than it was on Thursday. This was around the same that it was on Thursday. No problem. But what we need to actually look at are the sales numbers from the day it came out, which is November 11th. Scrolling all the way down. Okay, November 10th. Here we go, November 11th. Started here. Look at the listings, 37, 35, 37, a couple normal ones, whatever. Then back to 35, a few normal ones, 36, 39, 36, 36, 36, 36, 35, 37. You know what I mean? You had your moment to grab these cards for cheaper than the pre-sale price. If you were smart and you waited a little bit, or you acted right in the early bit of the day, you got your cards for a good copy. And then what happened? Well, supply kind of ran out, and now the price has increased as such. And you can see a similar pattern with this Exumon here. If we look at the sales numbers, and again, we go back all the way to the 11th. Gotta keep scrolling. Gotta keep scrolling some more. You gotta keep scrolling some more. Okay, this is good enough, I think. You see a whole bunch of listings here for 30, 28, 30, 30, 29, basically, 30, 30. You see this? You see it, right? What ended up happening here? Well, the day it came out, Exumon dropped $10 from its pre-sale price. But again, as people started eating it up, oh man, you could even got one for $25 somewhere. That's crazy. Wow. Anyway, $25. Wow. Moving right along, you'll see that, more and more qualities have diminished, blah, 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 blah. You can see that by the individual quantities going down. There's resistance now. But it's back up to what it was at pre-sale time. So, some uneducated people might ask the question, well, what the hell? It's always lower, right? See, when it comes to secret rares, and we've learned this with Death Axemon, Leomon, Omnimon's Zwart defeat in the past, they will have low day one numbers, but if there's hype behind the secret rare, it will bounce back up, and in some cases be even higher than the pre-release price was. Now, Exumon is no stranger. It's probably the most hyped secret rare in the set. People do legitimately think Exumon is a tier 1 strat, and me, I'm pretty much there. I pretty much think it's a tier 1 strat as well, maybe a lower tier 1 strat. But the point was, if you acted the day it came out, on Friday, you got lucky, and you waited, and you were correct. Some would even call it luck, some would call it skill. But of course, you waited to Saturday, well, look at that. So who's really the idiot? Well, from my standpoint, on set release, the card went down from pre-sale price. This went down no more than $5 before it bounced back up, that's fine. And this one went down $10, $12, and then went back up. What didn't help is the TCG bonus bucks thing they were doing, thus incentivizing people to buy more. That's part of the reason, probably, why there was so much traction on this card in particular. Anyway, the point is, don't buy the pre-sales. Wait for release day. Buy your cards. Then whatever happens, happens. Now, if you don't want to spend this kind of money on Exumon or not Exumon anymore, then what you have to do is hope and wait that the next few Ultimate Cups, Exumon's a bust. That's basically what you need to hope for. There's 2 Ultimate Cups, I believe, in this format left. Maybe a third one, and I might be wrong about that, but definitely at least 2. And, you know, if Exumon barely tops, you know, it'll go back down in price. But if the Exa believers are correct and this deck performs, claiming multiple top 16 spots both times, the price might stick around here a little bit. So do approach with caution. One final note, I kind of spoiled it. This is a Royal Knight, a Holy Warrior. Royal Knights in BT13 apparently is the peanut butter and jelly everybody's talking about. That could also have a little bit of influence on this, but we won't know until BT13 cards start being leaked. So with that big long explanation out of the way, let's move on to other things. Hina is down a lot. It was 40-ish, 38-ish, now it's down to 25. Yep. Even the Hydrossi, that wonderful looking Hydrossi here, down all the way from 40 bucks basically. I don't know what happened here. This $3.99 sale. That's kind of weird. But besides that, yeah, normal activity. Yeah, most of the cards except for Exumon are still lower because language. Besides Exumon, every other card seems to be down from its original pre-sale price. Still, so that's good. Regular Hydromon's now $7. It was $9, and it just kept going down, so that's good. That's good. Now I move on to things like Impmon, where there's been a little bit of activity on this card. To be fair, there hasn't been a lot going on, and there haven't been a lot of listings on this card to start with, but, you know, a little bit of hype here and there. If you guys know what I'm talking about, all of a sudden this card's looking pretty tasty to buy. That's all that happened here. You can probably wait for the hype to die down. More people will list for lower, probably. But people like their builds want support. People know Exumon is going to be tier 1 really soon. Just letting you know. Takado here just keeps going. It just keeps going. You know, it has a little bit of a low moment here and there, which I wanted to cover, but man, it just keeps on going. This Tamer is really good or something. I would probably wait for things to calm down with this card a little bit. Gammon X is also receiving the buyout treatment with only 4 listings left. Just kind of wild that people have gone ham over the Gammamon leaks that are coming out. You know how it is. When they reveal max rated Gammamon stuff, people want to have their max rated Gammamon stuff that already exists. And that's kind of what happened here. This card will probably drop a little bit, and then you buy it at a dip, but right now it's just soaring upwards. Don't grab it for the soaring upwards price. Pre-release stamp Calling from the Darkness is at an all-time low and seems to be going down some more still. So probably wait a little bit longer before you grab this card for your max ready collection. Gammon X, the deck, is seeing play, and everybody knows it's good, causing promos like this alternate art BT5 Gammamon to go up in price, and promo Gammamon to go way back up in price. Yep. Still tier 1, everyone knows that people were sleeping on this deck, and now that people aren't sleeping on this deck, people are like, oh shit, better get my Gammamon cards, and that's what kind of happened. We gotta wait and see what happens. Again, a lot of the market will dictate these prices based on the next 2 Ultimate Cups. The one just passed was only BT10, not EX3. It doesn't have an impact on it. Gotta just wait for the EX3 Ultimate Cups to happen, and we'll see what happens with these prices. This random copy of Tai from the special pack, that's it. Yep, that's it. That's it. Why it got bought out, your guess is as good as mine. But wait for this card to get relisted at a lower price. Don't spend 40 bucks on it. Chimeramon is kind of down. As in, it's not 20 bucks anymore. You know what I mean? It's not 20 bucks anymore. If you want to grab this card for 16, 17 bucks, it seems like it's the new low to grab it at. You should probably grab it now. Leomon. Leomon's a special case. If you guys remember last Market Watch, the original Dash Pack promo of this card was the more expensive one. Things are starting to, you know, make more sense. Because this one and the stamped version are the max ready versions of these cards, in my opinion. So it only makes sense that these ones are more expensive. That being said, when touch these cards right now, it's going through a hype period, but it is what it is. Gammamon here is at an all-time low at $9, $10. Grab them now, it's a good price to do it. Leomon stuff. I don't know what hype is going on with this card, but this and its Tamer that we've spent many a Market Watch talking about have received the buyout treatment. That's right. If somebody just grabs this one listing, they basically the sky's the market with this card in particular. And Leomon, there's literally 2 playsets left. And that's it. If someone wants to buy just 2 playsets of Alt Art Leomon, spend $100 it looks like, not even. That's it. That's it. This is because of hype. Just gotta wait for the hype to cool off, and everything will be okay in the end. Speaking of blue cards, the Metal Gammamon Blue Flare hype has calmed down a little bit, and it's being priced for, you know, little more reasonable prices. Grab them while they're $6. That's all I'm gonna say. If you can grab them for $6, do it. Otherwise, you have to grab them around 7, 8 again, which is not super cool, but you have an opportunity to maybe swing some lower prices on, you know, the secondary market besides TCG player. Maybe you can do that. Shivamon has, interestingly enough, seen a little bit of a climb. I'm only mentioning this because some unfortunate soul got their ass hammed by Shivamon yesterday's Ultimate Cup on stream. And it was quite an unfortunate situation. But it is a check for Bloomlord to play in order to not really worry about things like security control. I think most Bloomlord lists will want to play a copy of this. Some crazy individuals might even want to play 2 copies of it, just for that extra insurance. Do with that knowledge as you will. I'm not a big Shiva believer, but I can't deny that it does kind of floodgate your opponent a little bit. Just a little bit. Security options are still a problem, but not being able to activate options from hand is, you know, whatever. It's okay, whatever. Cool Boys at $5. It's at a low. Grab them now. That's it. Before any more crazy X antibody shenanigans happen, EX3 is your time to grab this card. And finally, Red Memory Boost. It is going down, but $6, $7 for a Red Memory Boost. My opinion is if you can find all Force and Gammon starter decks, you buy them. It's free money at this point, thanks to the memory boosts. That's all. Let me know what you guys think about Market Watch. Did I cover everything or did I miss anything? Let me know. Bye, guys.